The FBI has sent out a crypto warning. In fact, you shouldn't use Bitcoin exchanges that don't require Know Your Customer KYC. Coinbase is the only one they list, which I find interesting. Let's find out more about it. There's a lot going on in the world of cryptocurrencies. It's kind of like a money scam. Yes, they are trying to get you caught. They are trying to get as much money as possible from you before the markets crash. I got here in 2017. Because it's so easy for smart people to make money with cryptocurrency, I've seen that every 3 or 4 years when the market goes up, they will do everything they can to get you out of it before the next big rise. Smart people won't be worried if Bitcoin does go down in value. They'll even buy more of these dips because they only come up once in a lifetime. Bitcoin's price keeps going down and some of its value has even started to seep out. I think they should also be mean. We will look at these prices again in 3 or 6 months. After that, a nice one from 2025, this will cost more than its all-time high of $10. That amount is 10 times bigger. That's 10 times that. Are you going to complain about a 10x return? I'm not going to. I'll be very happy if I get a 5x return on everything I'm planning right now. Not a moment too soon, Mix-san. You already know what steps need to be taken. Take it easy and sit back. I hope your weekend has started off well. Get a drink to cool off. Let's talk about Bitcoin in more detail now. 64, 8,125 in the past 24 hours. Ethereum has gone up 0.59%, which is 72% more than USDT and USDC, which are both worth 99 cents. There are $377 billion worth of cryptocurrencies on the market, and XRP is up 61%. With 52 cents as the main lien, botta being botta, that's just how things are. What's next? This doesn't seem right to me. I'm down, let's go down a bit. Bring yourself down a bit. Allow me to make a buy. People, let me buy everything. Once more, you find yourself with a huge amount of cash sitting around about 2 months before. It was fine with me to put a huge amount of money into the markets. I was happy with the result because I knew how much it would cost. I went back down and told myself, listen, you should probably take it easy, stop, and have a rainy day because you've already lost a lot of money today. I set away some money in case you need it, and if something really bad happens, we might be able to buy a few extra rainy days here. I also want to sell one of these coins and get rid of it in Cardano. Oh, it's even more beautiful now than before. That's a simple chain link for 10 people. That's the same as a 20x rise. My God, you must know what we're doing. Check out this name, which means another metaverse. This has helped me block it out. Let me turn it up. That's not what I'm interested in. I don't hear anything. Or transgression, look at the pictures. Everyone, we're going to start building. We will make big steps forward in what we have built to the greatest standards over the next few months. Because the XRP ledger can connect to multiple chains, I promise that our XRP-enabled metaverse will be the biggest one out there. Make sure that the relationships we need have already been set up. I know who Riverside has been backing. People pay attention to what's going on. The biggest bank in the world, Bank New York Mellon, recently said that it had exposure to Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, ETFs. That means there will be 2 waves. The first wave was Morgan Stanley. The second wave will include the Asian markets that will start giving ETFs at the end of the month. How do you think the price of Bitcoin will change? I'm sure the printed tether, which is ready to be injected into Bitcoin, will go through the roof in value. Try not to get too attached. You can't tell when the bottom will be. But it's really, really close. It's not possible for anyone to say, hey, this is your exact bottle. There is no way to tell. It's up to you to try to get close to it. I showed this in the first movie of the day, but remember who will have the last word. The last thing here is vitality. You need to be locked up now. Joe Lubin, you all need to go to jail too. You are all complete and total scum, but it looks like we have to leave last. Isn't that true? We think this is what we talked about with Joe Lubin. One of the people who helped start Ethereum in 2023 was Joe Lubin. This is important to remember before we talk about the FBI. There are lots of tasty details. Additionally, it's true that different features are at first glance. A lot of tokens look like stocks and bonds. It's also true that a lot of ICOs don't make it look like finance is secretly working with the SEC. As far as I can tell, Kraken, which I really like, is not completely open. On the other hand, they charge for a lot of things. In simple terms, this means that security is achieved when you sell your highly decentralized product in a way that makes it look like people will be able to make money from it. That being said, it's important to keep in mind that words may not always mean safety. Because of this, I strongly believe, and I expect this to cause some debate, that the SEC and Gary Gensler are doing a great job of pushing projects in our environment toward radical decentralization. Hey, I hope you think Gary is doing a great job. I'm guessing you no longer think that. I think you're screaming. I'm calling people names. Why didn't Coinbase stand up for Ripple or the XRP community? But instead fight for all of us? Coinbase quickly took XRP off their market, but I don't think they're doing the same for Ethereum. This question is about the whole hospital room. The blockchain keeps things safe. Are they only working on the ticket, or do they have plans to make it better? Who is Coinbase and what are you doing? You know how much Coinbase has put into Ethereum and all of these EC20 coins. Do you really think they will work against each other? The FBI has warned people not to use Bitcoin money transfer services that don't require Know Your Customer KYC. Let's do it again. People, what other sites do you use besides KYC? I am not sure. We can buy any coin we want if we know how to do it. Thanks to everyone on these small exchanges who was nice now that Byte even did a KYC and stopped their exchange. Gemini, it looks like everyone is doing a KYC. Coinbase KYC keeps SuperSync KYC up to date. The 3 USD coin platforms you use to buy and sell KYC now also deal Binance, doesn't it? Everyone takes part. What do they have in them? Most likely they're not talking about anything. Do you remember this picture? We gave it back to Brad, who will remember this day forever. The world head of securities is one of them. Swift, who used to be head of the IMF, was one of them. Who can remember that? Do you want to go to the present? That's pretty cool, right? I guess Ripple is still very important. After 5 or 6 years, why is Ripple still important? It seems like a long time ago. It's still important since they're sitting with the bigger boys in the room. Even though this is still true, a lot of people will say that Ripple isn't moving forward very much. Ripple doesn't matter. They are only pushing and selling XRP to trick everyone. Yes, people, the SEC wouldn't be sitting here. I have already said this many times, Lord Vanis, we make the accusation that MetaMask is there wouldn't be an Ethereum ETF, even if I were the only one screaming. Only XRP will be another ETF that can be bought. I think he is right. Because we have to think when we look, as we go through the list, these cryptos are the ones we look at first. What will happen since we know BB won't get an ETF? Getting an ETF Solana in the US is a scam and a waste of money. They are getting a lot of money from it, but it's not likely that anything will happen with Dogecoin, Mecoin, or Cardano is a name we've never heard of. SHIB, it's not a landslide at all, because it's not clear if Ethereum is an investment or not. They won't give it as an ETF. At the end of the day, it will depend on what Ethereum does in court. XRP monitoring is on the way. Like with Bitcoin, a lot of institutional money will pour into XRP, and we will go above our all-time high. This is what it comes down to. We are going to see how much discovery costs, and we will all get very rich because we earn it.